Hey TJ, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. It was foggy as crap this morning.
Yeah, it was.
So the best thing about fog is you can't see the stinking deer.
Uh-oh.
I didn't hit one, but usually they travel in like twos or more.
Oh
So
yeah.
once I see one, like slow down, I creep around, make sure there's no deer lurking. Because I actually had them run into the side of my car. Like, are you that dumb that you see this big thing in front of you, you just run right into it? It makes no sense. So yeah, so I didn't get hit by a deer, but I did see one. So that always makes me suspicious, especially when I actually like totaled. Well, yeah, probably totaled my car hitting one on like Thanksgiving
Oh
many years ago.
wow.
We took it home and we ate it
Oh,
because
well,
it
good for you
was my
guys.
deer that I killed with my car. So
Wow.
yeah,
Well, I'm
but
I'm proud of you for that because didn't go to waste.
oh no, my dad did all the cleaning and stuff. I had no idea what I was doing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I just had to lift it into the trunk. So
Hey,
whatever,
still got
whatever worked.
used.
So yeah, no deer hit with all the fog. That's great. And then I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, I know my run time is down, so I think I covered that before. But I hate running. But I hate. I will tell you every week. I hate running. I don't like it. But it's actually nice and peaceful at 4:30 in the morning.
Are you out? Are you running outside or are
Oh
you running
yeah,
in a truck? Oh,
I'm
okay.
outside. Yeah, I have a little
Wow.
headlamp on my head, and I'm running for 2 miles. But it's the crazy thing. It's so quiet, and the stars are out. It's really actually really peaceful. So yeah, I do it at 4:30 in the
So you
morning.
kind of like it.
Yeah, I like it for the most part. It's by yourself, but I just don't like the fact that I have to run. 2 miles is a long time.
It does feel long when you're running.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I hate it, but I will continue to do it. And then if it gets too easy, I'll just add another mile in. So we'll be all good. So you'll hear my hate for running every week, guaranteed.
Do you
Okay.
do you ever do any intervals while you're running?
No,
No.
no. I usually do that at the gym on the bike or something. I
Oh,
usually don't
okay.
do it. Yeah, not at night.
Right.
No. Yeah, I don't need to put my headlamp on the ground and then a car hits me and because they can't see me. So nice and steady.
What?
I'm on the road.
Well, right.
Yeah.
But when I
But
say
I could, so
intervals,
yeah, intervals would be like sprint, 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 sprint.
right.
Oh my gosh. Hands on my knees. And then car takes me out. So we're not doing that. Anyways, how about yourself?
I'm doing good. Speaking of interesting animals in the road, today I saw a guy. We all had to stop. We were on some country road, and there was a huge snapping turtle in the road. And this guy gets out of his truck, and I mean, he was brave. This snapping turtle was trying to eat his arm
Oh,
off.
I don't doubt it.
But he managed to grab the thing by the tail and move it off the road, which again, I was super impressed because I mean most people would have just run the thing over.
Oh yeah.
But he got out
They're
there and he was
vicious.
brave.
They're
Yeah, oh yeah.
vicious. Yeah,
Oh
they're
yeah.
nasty.
They'll take a limb off.
Oh yeah, it's they're scary. Yeah.
So yeah, that was my day today.
So what are we talking today? So we've covered a lot of topics. What is the topic of today's?
Today's another exciting topic that I get lots of questions about, and I'm sure you do too, is supplements. Do we really need them? And if you follow health and fitness at all, it's different every week. You'll hear that yes, we need supplements, and then you'll hear the following week you'll hear no, supplements are a waste of money. So so yes, today we're going to cover supplements. And we've been hitting on some of these hot topics lately, intermittent fasting, keto. And so supplements is just another one. And, do we really need to take them? And I figured, TJ, maybe I'll let you go through the disclaimer.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Not a problem. So this podcast provides general information and discussion about health and related subjects. This information and other current content provided in this podcast or in any linked materials are not intended or not should be construed as medical advice, nor is the information a substitute for professional expertise or treatment. Basically, go to your doctor. Don't be dumb. If you or any other person has medical concern, you should consult with your healthcare provider, doctor, or seek professional medical treatment. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you heard on the podcast or any linked material. So if you're having heart palpitations, go to the doctor. Don't be like, oh, they're going to talk about heart palpitations this week. I'm going to wait and possibly die and see.
There's a supplement that might help with those palpitations.
We're not doing that. So be smart. Don't be stupid. If you think you may have an emergency, call your doctor, emergency services in the medical emergency. So the opinions and views are expressed on this podcast and any affiliate website or link have no relation to those of any academic, hospital, health practice, or other institution.
Whew, I know that's a lot of disclaimer, but we have to do it. We probably should be doing that every podcast.
Yeah, we'll do it now.
Yes, I think we should because.
Or we'll do it.
What?
I got an easy way to make it really simple.
Okay, what's that?
I'm just gonna put that on for the YouTube. Put it right at the beginning as a picture, and then you're done.
There you go. Yes. It's important to have that because, like I said, we're not doctors. We're not experts. We're just having a discussion about, topics relating to health, things that we're interested in. And we're just trying to give you some, general information and tell you guys what's worked for us. All right. So we're going to do like a little bit of a short answer between the two of us, a little quiz. So first question, TJ, you can only say yes or no. Do you think supplements are necessary?
Maybe.
No, that's no. Okay,
Yes.
so that's got to
So
be
I'd
a
say
yes.
yes, yeah.
Okay, same here. It's a yes for me. All right. Another short answer in 3 sentences or less. Explain the number one reason why you take supplements.
Okay, so I take, let me see, 4 supplements.
Okay.
So I take potassium, magnesium for the electrolytes and balance because I'm on keto.
Yep.
I take fish oils for my joints and all that fun stuff. And I take a multivitamin because I don't get all the vitamins I need. That is basically my regimen. So supplements just in general, if you're missing something from your diet, that's good to supplement something that you're missing.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about that. I take them because I have in the past tested deficient in several nutrients. I take them because I know that even if I eat the perfect plant-based diet, even a perfect diet is deficient in nutrients due to our soil being stripped of nutrients. And the ones that I take have genuinely helped me feel better. So that's my 3 sentences or less explaining why I take them.
Okay.
So you sort of said what supplements you take. I take, just like you, I take a high quality multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement. And I'm emphasizing high quality here, and we're going to get a little bit more into that a little bit later here in the podcast. But I also take digestive enzymes and Zypan, which digestive enzymes and Zypan is a stomach acid. They help with digestion, and my stomach I'm a low stomach acid producer, which actually can cause heartburn. Like a lot of people don't realize that.
So do you get stabbed in the stomach to test that?
No.
I'm not getting tested if that's the case.
Actually, there's a test that you can do with the Zypan, and I'm not going to go into that because I don't want people doing that. You can look that up online if you feel like you're having an issue with digestion. But suffice to say that a lot of people who have reflux or who have heartburn, most people believe that it's due to stomach acid being too high.
Yeah.
Most people actually have too little stomach acid.
Really? Okay.
And so when you eat, the food sits in your stomach for much longer than it should.
So it's fermenting?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just not moving through fast enough, and that's what's causing the fluids and things to get regurgitated back up your esophagus. And that's been my problem. Ever since I began taking the Zypan and the digestive enzymes, my GERD and my heartburn have been much better.
Okay, that's good.
So sort of counterintuitive, but anyway, I take a liquid vitamin D supplement. I take magnesium, and I take B12. I also take hydrolyzed collagen almost every day, which, is sort of like it helps with skin and joints, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I used to take fish oil and a probiotic, but now I just try to get those from Whole Foods. As often as I can.
Yeah, if you could eat fish all the time.
Right.
Do you eat fish all the time?
I eat fish probably 4 times a week.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So,
I
I eat, some people are weird about like eating, the salmon packets and stuff. Like I'll
From
eat
like
like
albacore or
pink
something?
salmon, yeah,
Okay.
or I mean, I'll even eat things like sardines, and I'll eat those for lunch. And so it's really easy for me to get, several servings of fish
Sure.
in a week.
Sure, that makes
So
sense. Yeah. You're not eating king salmon all the time, right?
yeah, no,
$70 a pound.
right, no, 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 no. I definitely couldn't afford to eat some of those, the more expensive stuff. Like if I could eat scallops every day, oh, I would. I love those things. Love them. So, all right. Do we really need supplements? According to Dr. Mark Hyman, who is the director of Cleveland Clinic's functional medicine unit, yes, we do. And despite some of the recent reports that say vitamins are a waste of money, and I'm going to add in here, I'm going to insert that it's probably because most Americans are buying the cheapest crap vitamins that they can find.
That stuff's expensive.
It is expensive, but it's like anything else that's worth the money. When you buy high quality supplements, the high quality supplements are designed to be more absorbable. So if you're buying cheap supplements, you are basically wasting your money and you're pissing that stuff out.
Awesome. So I need to go buy some more stuff. Thank you, Kelly, for
Sorry, I
pissing on
know,
my dreams.
I
That's all
know.
right.
So that's probably why, you hear a lot of times that, these reports say that vitamins are a waste of money. I am going to err on the side of a doctor who is absolutely on the cutting edge of medicine, and I am referring to Dr. Mark Hyman. I've always had a little bit of a nerd crush on him. I think his books, articles, and overall message is 100% on point, and anyone who wishes to improve their health would do well to follow him. And I want to read a quote that he wrote in an online article that he posted. So you don't mind if I read this quote
no,
from
go
him, do
ahead.
you? Okay. Dr. Hyman says this of taking high quality supplements in an article that we will link to in the show notes. So here's what he says. In a perfect world, no one would need supplements. But given the stress of our modern life, the poor quality of our food supply, and the high load of toxins on our brains and bodies, most of us need a basic daily supply of the raw materials for all our enzymes and biochemistry to run as designed. Today, even with our enriched, quote unquote, enriched food, over 92% of Americans are deficient in one or more vitamins. That doesn't mean they are receiving less than the amount they need for optimal health. That means they receive less than the minimum amount necessary to prevent deficiency diseases. Ultimately, the question is not how much of a certain nutrient or vitamin you need to avoid illness, but how much you need to be optimally healthy. In today's world, everyone needs a basic multivitamin and mineral supplement. The research is overwhelming on this point. My own experience as a practitioner corresponds to what the research tells us. I have tested for vitamin and nutrient deficiencies in thousands of patients and found that by correcting them, people feel better, improve their mood, mental sharpness, memory, and ability to focus, as well as having more energy, resolve chronic health complaints or conditions, and even lose weight. Taking supplements also helps prevent disease. So that's what Dr. Mark Hyman, like I said, he's a Cleveland Clinic doctor. That's what he has to say about taking supplements.
That's pretty impactful.
I mean, that's
92% of Americans don't even get the minimum.
Yeah.
That's insane. So let's just put a question there. So if we're going to go get tested, how would you do that? Because I mean, I've never been tested ever.
No. So typically, unless the doctor suspects that you are deficient, which again, our modern medical system, they're not geared towards health care. They're geared towards sick care.
Yeah, it's not preventative. Ever.
Right.
No.
So they're not going to test unless you're already showing signs of a deficiency. But like the big ones are, that most Americans are deficient in would be, the two big ones that come straight to mind for me are vitamin D and vitamin B12. Those two tests are fairly easy to run. They're blood tests. And you basically have to ask your doctor for those tests. Now, I believe you can also, now there's all these online labs. You can probably order your own.
Oh, yeah, that'd be interesting to find out.
Right. So again, it's a little bit different, I think, for depending on what you want to test. But testing your iron levels, iodine, B12, and vitamin D levels, those are going to be top of my list for testing. So and you just need to look up how to ask your doctor for those tests.
Right, yeah.
So, like, TJ, do you want to take us through, like, what are the arguments for taking vitamins?
So, arguments for taking vitamins. Most Americans simply aren't receiving those optimal levels of nutrients from their diets. I mean, nearly 70% of the average American's diet is processed food.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's nuts. I mean, well, you got to look at it. Taco Bell and McDonald's and everything around you is
Even if you're
processed.
eating at home. So, let's think about this. At breakfast, what are you eating? Cereal. You're eating like Cheerios or something,
Sure.
processed. At lunch, you're having, a bread and bologna sandwich, all processed, and probably maybe some chips on the side, right?
Mm-hmm.
All processed junk. And then for dinner, you have like what? Some pasta, maybe a dessert. You might have some meat, and maybe you even have a side of a vegetable. But again, but usually there's also some bread involved or
Sure.
something like that. So, again, it's so processed. There's very little in the way, most Americans are not getting the 6 to 12 servings of vegetables and fruits they're supposed to get every day.
Unless you're drinking like V8 like crazy person.
Right.
Um, yeah, but I mean I mean a lot of the foods we eat, no matter what, is going to be processed unless you go to like a deli and get all that like the meats and stuff there. I mean,
Right.
I don't even know how much the stuff processed is on the shelf, to be honest.
There's just a lot of additives in that stuff, and it's not even that the meat part of it's so processed. It's a lot of the times what we're just eating with it,
Gotcha.
pretzels and cookies and crackers and
All the good stuff.
yes, all the good stuff,
All the fun stuff. So yeah, we're eating so much processed food. It's avoid of a lot of nutrients that we're missing. So 30% of Americans don't even get enough vitamin C. So why are you sick? Probably because you didn't get enough vitamin C.
right?
I mean, it's pretty easy to supplement that.
It is.
70% do not get enough vitamin E. I don't even know what that's for. Do you know? I don't know.
Vitamin E. Well, I mean, it plays a role in a lot of different
Okay.
body
It's
processes.
not just one
but
thing.
yeah,
Okay.
no, it's not just one thing.
No, darn it. So 75% do not get enough zinc. 40% do not get enough iron. That's going to be transporting your oxygen and blood and all that fun stuff. If you're tired, you might be iron deficient. So,
Right.
1 in 3 Americans vitamin D deficient, which we already covered. 75% of Americans don't get enough magnesium.
Right.
And then about 2 in 5 of the U.S. population deficient in or borderline low on B12.
Right. So that's going to affect your energy. So all of these things combined, a lot of people are like, oh, being deficient in, a few vitamins and minerals, no big deal. What people don't realize is that these vitamins and minerals are building blocks of things like our hormones. And so, when you're low in B12 and you're low in vitamin D, you may start to have thyroid problems. And you have no idea that it's caused by, having deficiency, some type of a vitamin deficiency. All you know is that you're gaining weight and you can't seem to stop.
That'd be interesting to know. It's like, am I gaining? If I'm not losing enough weight, I'm doing all this cardio. Maybe it's because I'm deficient.
I think it's because you're getting closer to your goal weight, and it's just going to be harder to lose weight.
I don't want to run.
You better start running more.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do it. So yeah, number two. So we have 4 here. So 2, our soils are depleted of nutrients, and that's just from farming all the time. Usually, farmers nowadays, I think they do it better. Is they rotate crops every year, but that's gonna just be part of that process. You avoid of nutrients. So this means the plants are grown in the soil that are less nutritious for obvious reasons. That's why they don't have nutrients. Even if you eat the perfect diet, you're probably not getting enough of that certain vitamin and minerals because it's not getting provided by the soil it's grown in.
Right. And I think, we talk sometimes about like genetic modification and how plants have been bred to be a certain way. And these bigger food companies have bred plants and vegetables and fruits to have like a uniform size and to be resistant to pests, but they didn't breed them, and they actually have bred them to be higher in sugar, believe it or
Really?
not. Yes. So like
Hmm.
a bell pepper today is actually higher in sugar content than a bell pepper from 100 years ago. So they've been bred that way because people like the taste of sweet more. So but what they didn't do was they sort of bred out, not only is our soil deficient in nutrients, but they've also bred out some of the nutritional content. So they've bred for size, they've bred for sugar,
And for color, I'm assuming
right,
too.
and
Yeah.
color, uniformity of size, resistance to pests, and we sort of lost something in all of that, selective breeding.
Right.
All right, what else? What's number three?
So the amount of stress our bodies encounter just from not enough sleep, exposure to toxins, lack of exercise, life and mental stress, just depletes our bodies of essential nutrients faster. Because I mean, if you're stressed all the time, imagine how fast your body's processes are just doing just to get rid of that because they're just
Right.
all stressed out. You just leave a little cell molecule just like smacking his head against the wall.
Right.
That's what he's doing all day. You're stressing him out too much. And number four, taking a supplement can be a catalyst for a healthier lifestyle. And, kind of like a snowball effect. So, starting one process to kind of ease your way into that lifestyle, maybe hey, I'm taking this vitamin, so maybe I should probably eat healthier because no point in taking this if I'm not doing that.
This is like basic, and I love this point because it's basic human nature stuff. If you start doing something small, like drinking more water or taking a vitamin, it might be like in the case of the vitamin, it might totally be a placebo effect, right? But who cares if it helps you feel like you're healthier and it helps you take more steps throughout your day that are going to get you healthier, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it can be like that snowball effect.
So we have arguments for. There's obviously arguments against vitamins, or even perhaps like some precautions. So what are those, Kelly?
So I think that there's some valid arguments against vitamins, but I'm going to treat these more as precautions rather than, because like I said, I'm a proponent of taking at least a high quality multivitamin and multimineral supplement. But there's definitely some precautions, some things to think about. So the first is that the supplement industry is not regulated like the drug industry, though it probably should be. So it's regulated more like the food industry, which is basically it's the Wild West. So basically, I could go into my kitchen right now and I could put some sugar and maybe miscellaneous other powders into a capsule. I could slap a label on it claiming proprietary blend and sell it as a weight loss or a miracle dietary supplement.
Yeah, they actually did that on Bigger, Stronger, Faster.
Yes, I watched that
Yeah,
documentary too. It was fascinating.
like, oh no, don't spill the good supplement. It's just like rice flour.
Right, right. So you have to keep that in mind that, not all supplements are created equal and you have to be very careful about what you're buying. So be very careful if the word proprietary is on the label because it pretty much means that they don't have to tell you what or how much is in the supplement. The next tip is be very cautious of supplements that make outrageous claims on the bottle about health or weight loss because those typically are unfounded. All right, number two, Americans tend to buy the cheapest crap supplements. And I understand that supplements are expensive, but I would err on the side of not supplementing at all, even though I am pro supplement. Don't supplement at all if you're just going to buy the cheapest thing that you can find, because like good wine or good cheese or a decent car or hiring a contractor to build a house, quality matters. And with supplements, you often get what you pay for. Cheap supplements have been shown to often not contain what they say they contain, and in some instances contain harmful substances. Wasn't it like maybe a year or two ago that Walmart had a big, did you see that in the news a couple of years ago?
I don't think so. I can't remember.
No. Walmart had a big thing. They I don't know how many of the supplements they were carrying that tested that they either contained things that were not on the label or they didn't contain any of what was on the label.
All right,
in
so
their
that means they're
supplements.
better now, right? Are they better now,
You
Kelly?
would hope so. I don't know that.
Kelly,
I don't buy my supplements from
I bought
Walmart.
mine from Walmart.
Sorry. All right, so pro tip, do your research. Find supplements that are backed by the NSF and that are rigorously tested for quality by a third party. So the National Science Foundation, that's the NSF, is they're the ones who test for their like a supplement verification.
Okay, so if I go to that website, I'll find a bunch of supplements that are verified, basically.
Yes,
All right,
they.
we'll link that in the
Yes, we will. We
notes
will make
below.
sure that
Yeah.
we link that. I got to get back to my thing here. Okay. Pro tip: be prepared to pay for a worthwhile supplement. Otherwise, I do agree with the supplement naysayers. Don't take supplements at all if you're not willing to do the research and pay for a high quality product. And so, usually, this is the part where somebody would, well, what supplement brand do you recommend?
Now I'm gonna
Right.
look it up because I mean I have a crappy one at home. I'll just throw that away. It was like $6, but I do remember recalling Thorn being
Yes, that's what I
Yes.
use. That's what I use.
awesome. I'm not a total failure. That's
Oh,
great.
that is what I use. So yes, I really like the Thorn line of supplements. That's the multivitamin that I take, just because they use a third party entity to make sure that they are checking their quality and making sure that what is supposed to be in the supplement is actually in there, and that there's no other things that aren't supposed to be in there.
Right, makes
So
sense.
yes, I trust them a lot. So
So I'm gonna have to go home, throw my stuff away, and buy some more stuff. Or I'll
And-
just have Johanna eat them.
nice.
No, she doesn't take any now. She should probably do that. Anyways,
So, and I want to say that the Thorn supplements, I can't remember because I'm on one of those auto ships, and so like I don't know, it just automatically bills me.
well, they're like $700 a bottle.
No, they
she
are
has all the
not.
money in the world.
I
that's
want to
why.
say it's probably around $30 or $35 a
30
month.
bucks. Yeah, that's not bad.
So for a month supply. So, all right, number 3. The crap supplements often contain mega doses of synthetic chemicals that our bodies simply don't absorb very well. You really can piss your money away when you buy these cheap supplements. And so my last pro tip applies. Do your research and be prepared to pay for a decent supplement, or just don't supplement at all. Number 4, a lot of times people will use supplements as a replacement for healthy eating. And it just doesn't work that way. Supplements can fill in the gaps. And like I said before, I think we need to take supplements because even if you do have the perfect diet, plant-based diet, you're eating lots of fruits and vegetables, you're getting a lot of vitamins and minerals for the various reasons that TJ talked about earlier, we're just there's going to be deficiencies. So, so the supplements can fill in the gaps, but they can't be a stand-in for healthy eating. So you still have to eat healthy. So that can be a detriment. People are taking vitamins because they think it's going to like be the cure-all. All right, and then the last one that would be, I guess, against or a cautionary for taking vitamins is that some vitamins and minerals are harmful in large doses. Iron, iodine, copper, and even vitamin D and K can be detrimental or cause other imbalances if your body doesn't really need them, or if you're taking like mega doses, or if you overdose. So my tip here is a high quality multivitamin and mineral is generally safe, but you should be tested for deficiencies before supplementing with high doses or supplementing with like individual vitamins. So if you're taking a multivitamin, you probably shouldn't be taking an additional iron supplement unless you've been tested for iron deficiency. Okay. So, like I said, it's generally safe to take a multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement, but don't start supplementing with all of these different like individual things without knowing what you're deficient in.
Right, yeah, just overdose on everything, yeah.
Right. So, I don't know. Do you have anything else to add to this, TJ?
No, I think you actually did very well. You covered a lot of stuff here. I mean, I'm going to scan everything over, but I mean, we'll link both of the article link for Dr. What was it, Mark Hyman, your
Yes,
nerd crush.
my nerd crush.
And then we'll definitely put the NSF supplements verification on there as well, because I mean that's very informative information. Most people just go to Walmart, get the Centrum silver.
Yes, Centrum, right.
And I think they
right.
actually had a big scandal used years ago where it's not doesn't do anything. But it's definitely good to just look at that, even if you have to spend an extra $10. At least you know you're getting something good. And there's that old adage: you buy or you get what you pay for.
Right. And I
pay
think
for garbage, you're getting garbage.
Right.
So.
I think it makes sense with supplements. So we hope you found this podcast interesting and informative. We'd love to hear from you too. So what has been your experience with supplements? Have you ever been tested for nutrient deficiencies? Or if you have another health, fitness, exercise, weight loss, or motivation related question, please let us know, because we will try to cover that in a future episode. So that's all we've got for today. We're going to sign off.
See you guys.
Bye.
Hey everyone, this is TJ and
Kelly
with the Initiative Project Podcast. If you like what you heard, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions you'd like us to cover, please email us at initiativepodcast@gmail.com. See you next time.